Ba-da, ba-da, ba, ba-da, ba, ba-da, 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 ba, ba-da.
Yee! And welcome to episode 12 of the Sketchy People podcast. This week we are talking about the best topic, in fact. Asha, stop laughing. Okay. We're talking about the best topic in the universe, which is, of course, dinosaurs. Because they are cool. Who is here, guys? Do I see a LemonTart right beside me?
Whoa, how did... But my blinds are down, my curtains are closed. This is very scary. I have no idea where you're looking. Hey guys, it's LemonTart. I do graphic design. I also do illustration way more often now. I'm doing a pretty sick Inktober. If you want to check it out over at lemon_tart on Instagram or tarty art on Twitter.
Yeah.
Check me out, boys and girls. Lovely.
Who is that? Seika, is that you? Is that you right here?
Yes, it's me. It's Seika Tattoo, which you can follow on Twitter and Instagram too, under that name. I don't know shit about dinosaurs. Hello.
Graf, you are also here. Welcome to our lovely show.
I am a Graphosaurus. Hello,
I've
guys.
been holding on to that one all day.
And at last, the Asha. Hello.
Yee!
Oh my god.
That's everyone. Oh yeah, I'm NeverPaint. I'm always drawing, and sometimes also painting. We are all doing Ichthyosaur, I think. Besides Graf, I think.
Nope.
Check our stuff out. Yeah.
Also check out my stuff. I don't do Ichthyosaur.
By the way, guys, if you want to
He's
listen,
been doing these thumbnails streams. He started today, his first one. So
Yeah, click
check
all the
him out
links.
because he's going to be doing more of those
Click
some
all the links.
sick background thumbnails.
Speaking of links, if you want to listen to this beautiful podcast on another platform than YouTube, you can click links to Anchor and Google Play and... No, not Google Play. What was it? Google Music, Spotify, whatever you want, everything here. And you can send us your entries through your Sketch With Us entries through the hashtag Sketch With Us. Our topic this week is dinosaurs and prehistoric
Dinosaurs.
animals.
Dinosaurs!
Whether you're a
Big
furry or
lizards.
scaly,
You can
do
also draw a
anything.
giant isopod if you want. It's fine.
Yeah, you can also draw giant bugs, everything, but nothing that's still alive. Like, only extinct species, please.
Nothing that's still alive. So if you really want to draw that one animal you like, well, you just gotta kill all of
You
them.
just have to wait till next week.
Make them
maybe.
extinct.
Maybe next week is normal animals. Guys, dinosaurs are cool. Everyone names a reason why. Seika first.
Big lizard.
Big lizard.
Big lizard.
Want to elaborate on that?
Also feathers.
Dinosaur translates to terrifying lizard, I think. Or something like that. Graf, why are dinosaurs so cool?
Because they have big funny chicken.
Also true.
Yes.
Other opinions?
Big funny chicken.
Well, that's kind of why I like dinosaurs too, because they're like really, really dumb birds, but they are terrifying and they can murder you so easily, and they're like insurmountably powerful.
Excuse me, did you
So
just call them dumb?
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay, we have to argue about this.
How smart was the
Luckily,
average
they are all
dinosaur?
dead.
Smarter than some in this
3.
call, of apparently.
Sick burn.
okay.
Paint.
Okay, not as hot as
What do
the
you mean?
volcanoes burned on the flesh of the dinosaurs. I'm a big dinosaur fan since, like, always. Like, since I was a little paint. And,
Little Paint.
yeah. And Little Paint was so...
Is your rapper name?
was so... was so fascinated with
Little Paint,
dinosaurs.
y'all.
That he based his whole identity around it for like 10 years at least. The first
Wow, really?
the first 10 years of my life were the dinosaur years. And I think I talked a little about it in the childhood media episode, but like media involving dinosaurs was always very big. And my only version of me like my only vision for the future was to become a paleontologist. Is that the English word? I can't pronounce it.
Yeah.
Okay. It was always really funny when you see like a 5-year-old boy who can pronounce such a word, and others. Like, I would look up the most complicated dinosaur names and learn them all.
Like Parasaurolophus.
For example, wait, is that... Which one is that?
That's the
With a
one
long
that
horn.
has the big
Yeah.
horn on the head that it can use to make loud noises. That was one of my favorites growing up. I had a book about them.
Yeah. Oh god, I had so many dinosaur books. The best dinosaur book of all time is Dinotopia by James Gurney, and it's great. James Gurney is...
Isn't that a movie?
Yes, it's also been a movie, but the picture book is even more popular, I think. And James Gurney is, if you're like in like illustration circles, James Gurney is pretty popular because he made... he's the author of Color and Light, which is a important textbook about like painting, and he also has a YouTube channel with tons of tutorials for watercolor and gouache.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen that
Yeah,
channel.
I think I
actually.
showed it, guys.
Wait, you showed it to me
Yeah.
during SketchyCon. Never mind.
Probably. Yes. And okay, the conceit of Dinotopia is it's like a giant, luscious picture book with like some text, and it's about like two explorers, like a father and a son, that get stranded on like a secret island somewhere in the Pacific Ocean, and on this island
Whoa.
lives a society of dinosaurs and people, or like humans, and they live in dinosaur utopia because it's called that's why it's called Dinotopia, and it's super.
Wouldn't Dinosaur Utopia be like relative squalor compared to normal life?
No, because the dinosaurs there are pretty intelligent and they live in like a symbiotic relationship with the humans.
So they're not big dumb chickens.
No,
No, they are like they have cats and glasses and read the paper. and
yeah,
stuff.
they are very
What?
they are very intelligent.
Are they Heligunst von Myth and Myth?
Like, yes, exactly. Another great dinosaur. Like many of them are like more like animals, and some are like used for transport and for riding. But there are also like police,
Police.
flying dinosaurs. Like there's like a pteranodon flyer like pilot thing going on with like guys who ride their pteranodons and they hunt for evil bad dinosaurs and
Whoa.
stuff.
That was
Wait,
a
so
favorite
it's
part
like-
of the
It's
movie.
like the
for me.
Flintstones, but like less dumb. That's
Yeah.
what you're telling me.
And with
Yeah.
with
But I
very
like the
great art.
Flintstones.
Like
Oh, I like the Flintstones too, but like we have to agree that the uses for dinosaurs were like very dumb and animal
Look.
abuse.
I haven't watched Flintstones.
I like when they go bowling in Flintstones. That's my favorite part. Continue,
I don't remember
NeverPaint.
the episode.
I really loved the flying part in Dinotopia. That was the best thing.
Yeah, they are like the flyer, the pilot guy has like a deep relationship with his pteranodon, and they're like partners, and they
Whoa.
and it's cool. It's like all of like Dinotopia has like many different cities, and like there's a treehouse city and the big capital Waterfall City, which is built on a like Grand Canyon like waterfall. No, wait, that's not the waterfall.
Whoa.
No, it doesn't look like the Grand
Niagara
Canyon.
Falls.
Niagara Falls.
It's-
Yeah,
Yeah,
that one. And
That one.
it's still a canyon though.
yeah, it's still a canyon. It's still a Grand Canyon, even if not the Grand Canyon.
The Graf Canyon.
Okay, they had the first volume of Dinotopia in my local library, which only had like 10 books. It was like a very small town library, and I would just rent that book over and over again. I think it was never in the library. It was also always at my place, and nobody else got to read it.
Nice.
I did that with a few comics that I was just obsessed with as a kid.
Yeah, that was
For
that
some
was
reason.
me with Dinotopia for like 8 years at least.
8 years?
Maybe 4.
Jesus
I
Christ.
guess 4.
poor kids.
Oh yeah, and Dinotopia had like multiple volumes, but I never read the following ones. But also it had some very looking back from now, really bad American TV movies. That had like, I mean they were okay, but the CGI dinosaurs were really goofy. I mean it was the early 2000s, so it was okay.
Yeah, there's not much they could do about that.
Yeah. I watched these movies a lot. Yeah. That's my first big dinosaur media thing. When did you guys got in touch with dinosaurs?
I remember being really into dinosaurs when I was a child, but most of my passion for dinosaurs kind of died down somewhere in the middle, and I don't know that much about dinosaurs anymore because I don't remember what I used to know that much. But I remember
actually,
really being into it and really wanting dinosaur toys, but my parents kept buying me Barbies and stuff like that. So I had to like exchange my Barbies with like one of my cousins' dinosaur toys. And have like
I would have done that.
Yeah.
I would have exchanged your Barbie for a dinosaur toy.
Yeah, but that's what I did. And I had like a couple dinosaurs, and then they realized I was really, really into dinosaurs, and I didn't care about the Barbies. I made the Barbies ride the dinosaurs, so they started buying me dinosaur toys.
It's just like Toy Story.
But
now that's lemon core.
yeah, that's baby Seika core.
Yeah.
So yeah, I used to be really into that, but then I don't remember much of my knowledge. So I'm here just to ask NeverPaint to put me back in contact with my dinosaur past.
Guys, Graf, what's your relationship? Why are you here today?
In the Church of Dinosaur.
Well, I never was that big into dinosaurs. Like I never learned all the names or something. But I remember I had this this flashlight book with the dinosaurs that we talked about last episode.
Yeah.
And
hell yeah.
I also remember watching Dinotopia quite a few times, I think, because I always looked forward to that flying part.
Yeah.
And it's like you reminded me of it, and it's a very fond memory of mine.
Okay, there's like a flying school in that canyon thing where the pteranodons.
Oh, a school.
Yeah,
that's
like a pilot school, and every
like
dinosaur pilot has to like choose or get chosen by his pteranodon. I don't think it.
Oh my god, it's like Avatar.
Actually, I think it was like Quetzalcoatl. But the main character got chosen by the evil pteranodon, the big bad one, the badass.
It's like hippogriffs in Harry Potter.
Yeah, it was like it was cool, guys. It was very cool.
Yeah, it was. I liked that movie, and then also A Land Before Time.
Yeah, I remember watching that movie so many times as a baby.
Guys,
it was so sad and spoopy when you actually think about it.
There's like 14 movies.
But only the first one is
all
good.
of them.
Oh, okay.
I saw like 2 or 3 of them, maybe.
Except that the second one has the big water.
The big water?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that.
Big water. Das ist das
They go on an
große,
adventure to find the big water.
Wasser. Yeah.
I think I also watched a TV show of that.
There was a TV show?
I'm not sure. There's a TV show and 14 movies.
There is a TV show of The Land Before Time, which had some TV show exclusive characters like a pink. There's a pink oviraptor in the TV show, like an oviraptor girl that's pink, and she has feathers and she's cute.
She sounds like my favorite character.
Yeah, it was also
I want
my
to see that.
character.
I'm gonna Google that.
There's also Chomper, but I'm not sure if he's...
Jumper is
TV
also in
show
the movies, like in the later movies.
Oh, okay.
Jumper is
Because I remember him from back then.
Jumper is the T-Rex that lives with the like plant-eating dinosaurs for some reason.
Yeah, tiny cute T-Rex.
Yeah,
He's cool.
he's totally gonna eat them. Then he's
So just
up,
Spike.
No, he's gonna be
I
vegetarian.
just bought a DVD of
This is definitely
the
gonna
Before
work
Time
out.
of the original, like 4 weeks ago, because it was on sale in some bookshop.
Have you watched it?
Not yet, but I
Aw.
will very soon. I should have in preparation of this episode. We
Yeah.
could do a sketchy movie night about it.
I definitely want to. I haven't seen it in like a decade, and Graf just told me he rewatched it recently, and it was very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it looks incredible from what I remember. Like the backgrounds, especially the colors and stuff.
Sounds good.
Because most of it takes place in this like volcano destroyed landscape that has a lot of cool edges and broken down trees and weird goopy ponds of slimy stuff. And
Ooh, I do like goopy ponds of slimy stuff.
Hell yeah.
Other dinosaur media, I could go on for a few hours, but I want you guys to say something.
I was incredibly into dinosaurs growing up, like probably NeverPaint level of obsessed. I also wanted to be, I wanted to be an archaeologist specifically because I was into all the other like ancient Egypt and
Same.
ancient Greece and
I
Rome
spent
stuff
so
as well.
much time as like a 5-year-old
Egypt came
digging in my
a little later for
backyard
me.
trying to find cool shit.
I
Thinking I
didn't
will
have a
find a
backyard, so I would
full-bodied
just dig
dinosaur
in
or
school.
something.
Okay, my actual fossil finding arc comes later, but yes, continue, Lemon.
Oh, we would do that too. One of the cool things we would do is, I've talked about how my Spanish family lives in a little village in the north, and there was this valley near the village, which was made entirely of, God, I need to look this up. Hold on. What's this rock called in English? Limestone.
is
Okay,
Stevie
it
Universe.
was an entire valley made out of limestone. And if you guys know anything about limestone, structurally it's made out of flat slabs, and it's prime material for fossil finding.
Dude,
So we would walk around the limestone forest, and we would pick up old fossils of like old leaves and trilobites. It was really fun. And I would always
that's
hope
so
deep
cool.
inside my heart that I would find a
Um,
dinosaur, and I never found a
Lemon.
dinosaur.
Dude, you found more
there
than
was-
I did. That's so cool.
Okay, okay, Lemon. I had the one-to-one exact same experience, but okay, in Bavaria, in Germany, there's this region around Solnhofen that's very famous for like dinosaur findings.
Dinosaurs.
For fossil findings, because in this region in Solnhofen, a lot of like flying dinosaurs were found, and
Oh,
also
that's cool.
all existing Archaeopteryx were found there.
Whoa,
Like-
really? Neat.
Yeah, it's like the one famous German dinosaur. And if you don't know, dear listener, Archaeopteryx is the
The cool one with the feathers.
missing link
It's the meme
between
feather
a
one.
raptor and a bird that was kind of able to fly or
Just-
just glide.
The Pokemon Archeops, literally that boy.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Archeops. I used him in my latest black and white run.
I
Great
love him, but
Pokemon.
his
Really
ability
fun.
is so trash. I wish he had a different one.
He's not okay. He is trash, but I just ran him with like agility and some fucking attack boosting move, and I just swept, and it was great. Oh yeah, it was
Nice.
acrobatics. I had him with like agility and acrobatics, and he would just destroy.
Anyways,
Nice.
in this region, there are like a ton of like quarries, like stone pits, where you can that are like especially open for tourists, and you can get like your pickaxe there, and you can just mine for dinosaurs,
Yeah.
That's incredible.
and it's
We
and
didn't
it's
use a
great. It's basically-
pickaxe.
It's based no. It's basically what you described, Lemon. And yeah, I went there with my dad, I think, like 2 times. And we also found like some like what you call like a crab kind of creature, and some printings of something like a jellyfish.
Oh, wait, a jellyfish? How did those leave?
Like an
something?
imprint of a jellyfish like creature. Like we never really identified it.
That seems impossible.
I mean, there are fossils of jellyfish. because they will just leave an imprint.
I just feel like
on,
jellyfish
like,
are just so fragile that
some
they wouldn't
like
leave a fossil.
slimy
Anyway.
Thing.
Huh.
Like some slimy ground. And yeah, that if you want to see that, like these kinds of fossils, go to the Jura Museum in Eichstätt. They have a ton of flying dinosaurs there.
Nice.
What's the name for flying dinosaurs in English, by the way?
Pterodactyl?
Yeah,
There's more than the
well,
pterodactyl, though.
What?
Pterodactyl
Yeah,
is
that's a
just like a
species,
specific
I
one.
think.
I would, I guess it's flying dinosaurs.
I don't know. There's probably a correct name, but as I said, I'm a dinosaur dummy at this point in my life.
The thing is that the flying ones aren't really dinosaurs. It's like a separate species.
Oh, they're like half
Oh, that
bird,
happened
half
so often when I
dinosaur.
was a kid. I would go like, dude, my favorite dinosaur is the Plesiosaurus. And then people would go, oh, this is not a real dinosaur. And I would go, please kill yourself.
That's a seesaw.
I wouldn't. I was 7. But,
No, dinosaurs
Very
are exclusively the land roaming creatures, not the flying ones and not the swimming ones. Yee.
So, I think Asha's left. Asha, why do you like the Rory boys? The squawky Rory boys?
I never got deep into dinosaurs, but I've always had a appreciation of them on an aesthetic level. And when I found out that they had feathers, that made me very happy.
It was over.
I never did much research. I'm excited to learn from NeverPaint. And, I don't know, birds are cool, and dinosaurs,
You came to the right place.
hence dinosaurs are even cooler. They're doubly cool. I love lizards, and I like birds, so the idea that dinosaurs are both makes me very excited. That's all.
Same. Big same.
Dude, same. That's an interesting topic, actually, the birdiness and featherness of dinosaurs, because I discovered a YouTube channel today called, wait, what is it? Hoops and Dino Man,
What?
who is actually pretty cool because he made reviews of all the dinosaur documentaries I watched as a kid.
I
Oh, nice.
thought he would have made reviews of every dinosaur.
Yeah,
like-
for a second I was expecting that.
I don't know about the Brontosaurus. I mean, his biting ability is slightly lower than the T-Rex, but he has some more
Okay,
powerful
Levin,
tail.
I have to stop you right there. The Brontosaurus doesn't exist. It's called Apatosaurus now.
What?
Actually, I knew that one.
Yeah, it's pretty old. But he also made some videos about about dinosaur artwork throughout the years and how it developed.
Oh,
and
that's
comparing-
interesting.
And comparing like modern and like classic nostalgic dinosaur art. And okay, the dinosaurs had like feathers. Isn't that known? Wasn't that known for like? I think it got known like at the end of the 90s.
Yeah,
But the-
Jurassic Park ruined everything.
No, actually, okay, no, we have to start even further into the past.
Ooh, tell us
because-
the proper
He's
story.
gonna take you back to the past.
Okay. When dinosaurs were first discovered by, I forgot the name of the science guy, but the one who discovered the iguanodon, who put the thumb horn of the iguanodon on the nose because he only found one and thought it was a nose horn. And
That's pretty funny.
that's how people pictured iguanodons for like 100 years. That's one nose horn. Because that's the thing, you mostly only find like 20% or less of a dinosaur skeleton. You have to reconstruct the rest, like pure speculation.
Yeah.
And because there wasn't a lot known about like actual anatomy of dinosaurs and how they like behave, like scientists assumed that they were like big, very dumb, very slow creatures
Oh no.
that would live in like swarms and stuff or like in the water because they were too big to hold themselves up in the gravity of the earth. That's what they assumed for a long time. And so when you see like old dinosaur artworks, they mostly like the big ones with the long tails, the sauropods, they are often in seas or swarms in these artworks, and all other dinosaurs are like dragging their tail on the ground behind them, and that's like the classic image of a old dinosaur, like the T-Rex that's like up, he stands up and the tail is dragged behind him because it's like a heavy, slow, fat creature.
Huh.
But weren't the tails a counterbalance for their weight on the
Yeah,
forward?
that's what was discovered later, and actually, what made this more accurate version of dinosaur reconstruction popular were the Jurassic Park movies,
Huh.
because the Jurassic Park movies, for the first time in popular culture, portray dinosaurs as like fast and
scary as fuck.
fast and scary and agile and like really intelligent and cool creatures, like the way they like portray the velociraptors and stuff.
Who was right, though? Like, are they dumb and slow?
No, that's the thing. That's actually a more accurate representation, because dinosaurs were actually very social animals, and like some of them, not all probably, but also often they're very fast dinosaurs. Of course, also very slow ones. But the more public image for like a few hundred years was that dinosaurs were like these slow giant swarm creatures. Yeah, and Jurassic Park kind of made that go away.
Huh.
But now actually the image that Jurassic Park portrayed of dinosaurs is the mainstream one that everyone like has in mind, like of a T-Rex and stuff. And this image is getting outdated now, according to science, because like around the start of the 2000s, like the feathers were introduced or discovered. And now if you look at dinosaur artwork, people draw them with feathers whenever they can, and also more crazy color schemes, because it's just likely, because when you look at real life
favorite.
when you look at real life lizards and birds,
they're
they
all
have
crazy.
weird colors. Yeah, they're not all brown and gray and green. They have like rainbow colors, or like they're parrots and paradise birds.
Yeah,
And
or like, leopard geckos and stuff like that.
Yeah, why shouldn't that be the fact for dinosaurs? Because
Well,
in fact,
a lot of those colorful animals have those colors for a reason, like either to mate or stuff like that, or to stand out among the branches.
There's no reason why dinosaurs wouldn't be colorful and cool.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm
the
just
thing
wondering what they would prefer to have as dinosaurs. Like, what purpose would being super colorful have to a dinosaur?
probably the exact same purposes.
Mating. Probably.
Yeah.
Fucking hot.
Yeah.
Can relate.
Dashing.
I really like this image that I have in my head right now of the world back then just being inhabited by giant, cool-looking birds with
Literally just like giant piñatas walking around.
And that's closer to real life. Another thing what like modern dinosaur artists do is that they attach more flesh and like exterior organs to dinosaurs, because the way dinosaurs got reconstructed throughout time, most of the time, was just attaching like a few muscles and like skin to the skeletons.
Yeah.
And if you look at most skeletons of animals in real life today, of today's animals, they don't look a lot like their skeleton counterparts.
Yeah, as far as we know, all dinosaurs could have had cat ears, and we will never know.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
Skin and flesh
That's my head
is
canon.
so bad preserved. Skin and flesh is so badly preserved in fossils.
Yeah.
We mostly only get the bones and like sometimes an imprint of flesh or like scales. Yeah, and that's why like people draw them with like big fleshy heads and like these like weird cool things. Yeah, I don't know how to describe it. My English is too bad.
It's not. You can do it. You're doing a great job.
Yeah, I know. Dinosaurs are cool.
Yeah, agree.
I'm really fascinated by this development between artists and popular culture and science that is like a relationship that influences each other, and it's pretty cool because in fact like dinosaurs are like the one big world, like the one big isekai world we can never enter, but that we know it was real, like
Yeah.
and it really existed, and the whole planet was inhabited by an entire different species of thousands and thousands of different kinds of creatures, and they're just the boss of the earth for
That was
way
always the
longer
appeal
than
for
we.
me. Like, I was so into prehistoric creatures in general because of the idea of like going to museums and seeing these giant dioramas of completely alien worlds.
Yeah, this
you know
weird
me. I
fantasy
always
world.
like. Yeah, you know me. I always like imagining weird, unique, colorful fantasy scenarios. So seeing all of those like old sea creatures that were all bloopy jellyfish that were glowing around, and old plants that were super big and colorful, and the giant sea bugs, and seeing all of that just sparked my imagination so much as a kid, and it was some of my favorite stuff.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's. I had like this measuring. What we call it? Like a thing that you clap open to measure big things.
Like a measure tape? Or
Tape
something?
measure. It's a tape
not-
measure.
It was like on sticks that you could fold together. Is that a
Oh,
tape measure?
I know what you
I don't know.
mean.
It's a
yeah,
tape measure.
I don't know what's the proper name for
Okay,
that.
I had one that had like it had centimeters and meters, but it also had like a time scale in million years,
Huh.
and it would go back the whole way to the beginning of universe, and it mostly covered life on Earth, but it was fascinating because it was like 2 meters long, and like 1 meter and 50 centimeters was like just prehistoric animals before the dinosaurs. Then there was like 30 centimeters dinosaurs, and then like centimeter humans.
Well, yeah, we're
And-
like babies in comparison. Like,
We are pretty newcomers on this beautiful planet. Yeah, and also just the thought that the dinosaurs just went like were like such a predominant species for so long, and just went extinct suddenly, out of nowhere. That's
it'd be like that sometimes.
a little frightening.
It really do be like that sometimes.
You know, it only
Ultimate
been
crime
like that.
mystery, the death of the dinosaurs. Who killed them?
Yeah. I mean, I think it happened two times in prehistoric history.
Twice. Oh my god, no.
Yeah, I
The
think
boys.
there was
Well,
another,
now I'm more afraid for our lives.
like a few billion years before the dinosaurs, there was another mass extinction, but I'm not sure if it was because of a meteor or something. But just the whole Earth became a desert for a few million years, and everything died.
Oh.
That was sad.
Just a few million years of endless
yeah.
desert. Not scary at all.
That's an endless desert. Yeah, that happened. I watched so many dinosaur documentaries as a child.
And
Like-
today.
And today, because I discovered this YouTube channel that reviewed dinosaur documentaries, and also watched a few on my own. And like, do you guys remember Walking with Dinosaurs from
Yes.
BBC?
I remember
I
watching
do.
that.
I do remember
Yes.
that.
How accurate
It's a
was that?
fascinating show. Okay, Walking with Dinosaurs. If you don't know, it's a show, 6-episode show, I think, that's made like a National Geographic animal documentary, and it's made in a really realistic way with like a lot of CGI dinosaurs, but also a lot of practical effects, and which are really good. At least the CGI looks a little janky now, but the practical effects hold up really well. And it follows like little narratives of certain dinosaurs that just go on their adventures through nature at a specific time period, at a specific place on Earth. There was like an episode about little dinosaurs on Antarctica in the winter. That was pretty neat.
Sounds fascinating.
Yeah.
I remember it, but I don't remember any of the specifics of the actual show.
Yeah, same.
Okay, my favorite episode was about the Ornithocheirus, which was the biggest flying dinosaur alive. Like, flying saw, I know it's not a dinosaur. And it was the story of a really old Ornithocheirus who went on his last journey through around the planet to his mating place. And he was already really old. And it was like this very melancholic story of this giant bird dinosaur flying to this place and then not finding a mate and dying.
No,
Oh
not the
God!
boy.
It's
So,
like
sad.
the dinosaur from Blue Bear.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, but a little more depressing even. And that was my favorite thing, because Walking with Dinosaurs also brought some unknown species to the spotlight, like Ornithocheirus. Nobody knew. Like, everybody thinks about like Pteranodon when they think of flying dinosaurs, or like Quetzalcoatl. But Ornithocheirus is even cooler, and he has a cool like circular thing on his mouth. Yeah. And yeah, there was this original show which was 6 episodes, but it also had like a sequel and a prequel, which were Walking with Beasts and Walking with Monsters. And
Walking with Monsters? That sounds cool.
I remember these names, but I don't remember anything about it. You're tapping to a part of my brain that hasn't been activated in years. NeverPaint. I'm fascinated. And please keep going.
I had the same experience today. I mean, I have it in my mind a little more, but okay. I'm starting with Walking with Beasts, because Walking with Beasts is the sequel to Walking with Dinosaurs, and it's about prehistoric mammals mostly and birds, like throughout the time till like the first humans, the Australopithecus. And yeah, it also follows like different species throughout different time periods in different cool settings. A lot of like these episodes have like a ton of atmosphere, and they're all filmed in real locations, also Walking with Dinosaurs, and with a lot of craft and care, and a very good narrator, like some British theater Hamlet guy, I think. And yeah, and Walking with Beasts was, I distinctly remember especially one episode that was about a terror bird. You guys know terror birds?
I'm not sure if I remember.
Yeah.
Okay, terror birds became popular after the dinosaur seasons, and after dinosaur seasons were over, and it was basically just birds got really popular in the animal kingdom, and they evolved, and some of them evolved into giant flightless monster birds with big heads and big beaks, and yeah, they would eat horses and stuff like.
I know this.
That's a nightmare. Oh my God.
I know these birds. Yes.
Whoa.
Imagine a giant bird.
Terror birds were like maybe
them.
up to 5 or like 4 meters high or something.
Yeah, in Spanish they are called like colloquially like the terror birds, because they are nightmare fuel.
Imagine just a giant bird like breaking your skull open and sucking up your juicy
it's like
brain.
Like those
They look like dodos.
They look like those the Australian ones. What are they called?
Emus.
No, not the
Emus.
emus. The blue ones that have like the giant claws.
Oh, yeah. I know the ones you're talking about. The ones that like actually kill people.
Yeah.
And like rip their necks out.
Those ones. Yeah. I saw one really close when
just-
I went there like a couple years ago in a zoo. No,
An
no.
ostrich?
No, ostriches don't have claws that rip your neck out.
Oh wait, they're not Australian. Also, damn it, cut that.
Anyways, terror birds
Cassowaries.
are terrifying.
I typed blue.
cassowary, yeah.
I typed on Google blue murder bird and it came up. But yeah,
Blue murder bird.
Whoa, that looks like a terror bird to me.
cassowaries
It
are
is
metal as
terrifying.
fuck. Their feathers are like hair, and it's really cool. But yeah,
Guys. Yeah,
Sorry,
this
NeverPaint.
episode focused about like a forest setting with like these terror birds and these very cute kangaroo trunk creatures, like very small kangaroos with trunks.
oh
They were cute and they got eaten
No.
by the terror bird. But then, like, one of the most gruesome images I have in mind from specifically that documentary was this terror bird had a nest of like babies, of like eggs,
yeah.
and they started hatching, but when they were hatching, like a killer ant colony attacked.
Oh, sick!
And there's
No.
like a long it wasn't sick, it was very terrifying. There's like a long drawn out sequence of like hatchlings hatching out of the eggs and getting eaten by the ants to their bones.
No.
Oh, that sounds really cool to see. Actually, I'd want to watch that.
You can probably watch it somewhere, and
It
it's
sounds
Walking
horrifying,
with
cool.
Walking with Beasts episode 1, I think. Yeah, and then the mother comes back
and she cries
sees
over
the
her babies.
yeah, she does. And
Oh.
she just found skeletons in the eggs, and that's kind of okay. A lot of like dinosaur documentaries, the shittier ones, are portraying like the meat-eating dinosaurs as like the bad guys and the others as the good guys, and
Yeah, but they were just
But these-
animals. There were no good and bad
Yeah.
guys.
and these Walking with documentaries made really sure to show like the mercilessness of nature, but also that all creatures. There was a lot of focus on like parenthood and like families and how they mate and how they breed their eggs and stuff. And it's also
That's really interesting.
was beautiful. A lot is speculative, of course, like always
Well, yeah,
when we talk
because-
about dinosaurs,
You don't really know what the truth
because we
was.
basically only know the bones. That's one of these things. You guys know the Oviraptor?
That rings a bell, but I'm not sure. Tell me about it.
It's like a feathered raptor. That's the pink one from Land Before Time show.
Yeah.
And it had like a thing on its head. What's it called? A cam. Help me, Graf. What's a cam in English?
Well, I don't know what it is.
Something
in
like
this context.
like a fin, like
Looks
a
like a-
round thing on its head.
Like a mohawk.
Well, they have
Yeah,
a mohawk, I guess.
Yeah.
They
And
were
the
metal
first-
as fuck.
Okay, and Oviraptor just is Latin for like egg robber,
Yeah.
and that's because the first fossils of Oviraptors were found like crouching over nests of eggs,
Oh.
and only like a few decades later, scientists found out, oh no, that were actually their own eggs. They were
Oh
just,
no.
Yeah, why
they're
would
just
they
breeding
die?
out their eggs.
Why would they die at at another creature's nest?
Because they were
Indigestion.
munching at the eggs or something.
I mean, that happens. There's also this really popular fossil of a Velociraptor fighting with the Protoceratops.
Well,
Huh.
okay. But it's much
How-
more
how-
likely that it would die at its own nest, protecting its
I mean-
children.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
I just googled them. They look a lot like these terror birds.
they are pretty similar and also like related
Yeah,
because
I mean, of course.
raptors evolved into birds and birds evolved into terror birds. they went small and big again.
Nice.
I fear the time that they get big.
Okay,
I don't think we'll be alive by then, Graf.
I guess.
Okay, that was Walking with Beasts. Now we come to Walking with Monsters, which was the prequel to Walking with Dinosaurs, and it focused on all prehistoric creatures before the dinosaurs.
Oh,
Like-
I probably like that one. I like the early ones better. The early
It was
prehistoric creatures.
fucking great. Okay, it started, like, the first episode started in the sea, and it's all about these
Yes!
weird sea scorpions.
My favorite ones.
And, okay, like, the prehistoric sea, like, billions and billions of years before the dinosaurs, was the weirdest shit ever.
Yes.
Because
I'm so
these
happy.
sea creatures were, like, the thing that existed in the sea before fish developed. And they were just weird, like weird tentacle insect monsters. With
Yeah, just
claws
so many
and
Lord
many
Hicks.
legs.
God,
So
I
many.
have to draw that for one of the Inktober prompts.
Yeah.
My brain is racing. Oh,
And the thing is, these creatures are really alien and hard to explain, and that's what makes them so much more interesting, basically, than dinosaurs, actually. But dinosaurs are cooler. You can make better toys
I
out of
really want to
dinosaurs.
watch the show now. Oh my god.
Yeah. We totally can or should watch it together. It's not that long, I think. Yeah, it started with that, and it over the different episodes, I think it was only 3 episodes long, and I think the second one, or something around that, was about big bugs.
Yes.
Big bugs. Yes.
Because there was specifically a history in like a period in Earth history when the plants entered like the landmass first before the animals, like before the
Yeah.
fish climbed out of the water, like plants did, and that's the reason the fish climbed out of the water, because there was food on the land. And that's why for like a few billion years plants were alone on this planet, like without animals, and so nobody ate them. And they just grew wild. Like the whole planet, like the entire landmass on the planet was a giant jungle, and that caused the oxygen level of our atmosphere to rise up extremely.
And that gives way to big bugs.
Exactly. And there were the big, what's it called? 1,000 feet.
Centipedes.
Big centipedes, very big centipedes. At a natural history museum in the town I lived in, they had a model of a giant centipede, and like 5 meters long and a meter broad.
Oh boy.
It's the best, boys. It's like a car. It's like the size of a car, but really flat because it's still a bug.
I really like the giant dragonflies. Those are my favorite.
Yeah, same.
These are pretty popular. Because, yeah, the fun thing about dragonflies is that they exactly look the same nowadays, just smaller.
Small, yeah.
They didn't really evolve at all. They just got
I'm
smaller
so
because
happy
the
they got smaller.
oxygen got reduced.
And I can appreciate them, because otherwise we will be so fucked.
They're still pretty big.
Yeah, but they can't
Yeah, but they're
eat
not
us.
big enough to bite my head off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
That's
I
my
guess.
point.
So, but this episode, and I only remember today when I watched this guy's review, this episode specifically about the big bugs was about a giant spider, in fact.
Huh.
And
Oh, neat.
a giant spider with like big teeth, with like giant fangs. And she
Cool.
went around the forest and ate different things.
Nice. Just 8 different things.
Yeah, and it was extremely cool, and I was like, oh shit, that's Mark. That's NeverPaint. That's where it comes from. I didn't recognize
It's
it,
Mug's
but
mom. Oh my god.
yeah,
It's Mug's mommy.
it's the original inspiration, apparently. Yeah, and I think the episode ends by like lightning striking and like the whole forest setting on fire because
No.
Oh,
the oxygen
God.
level is so high.
See, that
and
wouldn't
everything.
happen in the sea. That wouldn't happen to my boys
Yeah.
in the sea.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have stayed there.
But
We have to make a tier list. We have to make like a survival tier list of how
I
how
mean, I
they can
think they
resist.
were all pretty bad, except dragonflies
Yeah.
and spiders, I guess.
And crocodiles. Don't forget
And-
those.
Crocodiles are also okay. Crocodiles are not that old, like not as old as this time period.
Yeah.
True, they came later.
Crocodiles evolved with the dinosaurs, I think, like parallel to them. Because some people think that crocodiles are related to dinosaurs because they are also big,
No.
evil lizards, but they are completely different. Yeah, and that show was also really good. And I distinctly remember this giant spider. And I think the spider died in the end and got fried and got eaten by another
No,
animal.
not the boy.
These episodes always had really dramatic endings. Like, it had like a weird somber tone to it.
Well, like, you know,
Nature is cruel, man.
regular animal documentaries.
Yeah. I like animal documentaries.
Same.
But that's not the end, guys, because Walking with Dinosaurs also had an Isekai sequel thing. Oh no, it's a spin-off. It was an Isekai spin-off. It was, what's it called? Running from Dinosaurs, I think.
Huh.
And
Nice.
what's the name? I would have to look it up, but guys who know it. Okay, it was by the same studio and everything, and it was like some models were
It was by the same studio, A1 Pictures.
But it was actually about a guy, a zoologist, getting transported into a dinosaur world. No, like time travel back into the dinosaur periods, and it was like it's like this other kind of nature documentary when there's like a guy in front of a camera, like talking about the animals, and
trying
there's like a
not to get
cameraman
eaten.
with them.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Bear Grylls.
Yeah, exactly. It was like, and the guy who made it actually was a animal documentary guy, so it was super cool and realistic, and it was really fun. It was like he always went in with some kind of question or mystery. Like he had this in the first episode, I think he had this really big claw fossils, and he was like, these giant claws have to belong to a giant meat-eating theropod dinosaur, and we have to find them. It was like a detective thing throughout like dinosaur wilderness, and he found different species and got hunted by velociraptors. Yeah, and in the end, he found out that it was in fact the claws of Therin. I can't pronounce it. Therizinosaurus.
Oh, my favorite movie director.
I was thinking the same thing.
Tarantinosaurus. No, Theron. I give up. Okay, these guys were my favorite dinosaurs because of that documentary. They have giant claws, like a meter long, and
Like,
Nice.
what? That's insane.
and they were big claw boys. And the thing is, they were theropods, so like the same species, basically, no, not the same kind as like Tyrannosaurus and stuff and raptors, but they were only vegetarian theropods,
Huh.
and they just used these giant claws to scoop up like big branches of leaves and put them in their mouths.
Oh, they were good.
And also as a
Aw,
defense
that's
weapon.
cute.
Whoa.
They were really bizarre, and they also had like big feather coatings, as we know now. Not in that documentary. That documentary was a bit before the feather thing. I think the first season came out in '99.
It was
So
The
it was-
Land Before Feathers.
Yeah.
Actually, side note, Dinotopia, the picture book, also was before Feathers, but one of the sequel books travels to a different region of the Dinotopia island, and it's like the weep dinosaurs. It's like the Asian people on that island,
Oh my god.
and they have the feather dinosaurs.
That's amazing.
It's like Journey to place or the name of that place. I'm not sure what the name is.
Japan.
Yeah. Running from it was Running from Dinosaurs, I think. Running from Dinosaurs had like a few episodes, I think 3, and it also had a second season, which was something like something about sea monsters. I think Running from Sea Monsters or Swimming from Sea Monsters. I'm not sure. It was with the same guy, but it was like a shark documentary, but with a prehistoric water dinosaurs and sharks and stuff. And they had like a ship and a team of zoologists, and they would go down into the sea in like big shark cages and look at the cool creatures. It was cool. It was also very scary. Otherwise, these Running with Dinosaur things were a little bit more comedic, because they had this camera team, and sometimes like funny things would happen to the camera team, like a dinosaur attacking them and camera
a dinosaur
running
bullied
from it.
him.
Yeah, I think this
really
first,
funny things.
Last
first
episode.
Seika, you're making a joke, but you're telling the truth.
Oh no.
But because
That's a good
Yeah.
ending,
Last
to be
episode.
honest.
because both seasons had very ambiguous endings and ended with a shot of the first season ended with a shot of a giant crocodile breaking out of the sea and running with an open mouth towards the camera team, and then the episode cuts to black,
Nice.
and it's just implied.
I
that they
don't
got
think they're
eaten.
gonna be in Walking with Dinosaurs too.
Well, they came back for the other thing, and
Different camera
I think
team.
Yeah.
they also
Different
died
camera
there.
team, dude.
I think no, that was the same
I
guy.
hope it was a very
Um,
well-paid job.
That's dangerous.
I just realized how dumb that was.
I mean, it's pretty hard to talk about animals you can't even see because they are CGI. But
It's really
Yeah.
hard to talk about animals that are invisible and will murder you.
oh god. Okay, Walking with Dinosaurs and all these sequels and isekai shows were like my Jurassic Park, because I never watched Jurassic Park, because it was too violent and my parents didn't like it, and that's
Huh.
why I didn't get to
So
watch
you
it.
watched an entire camera team getting eaten by a crocodile.
It was only implied,
sad.
okay? And also,
You really
like,
don't need to defend your parents' judgment on not letting you watch Jurassic Park, man.
I mean, I wouldn't let my children watch Jurassic Park at that age.
Whoa. Dude.
I mean, it's Jurassic Park. It's pretty brutal. It has
It's
like,
pretty goofy,
blood.
to be honest.
isn't it like PG-13?
Uh,
No.
Pretty sure it is.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure it is.
If
Because
it's
they are-
PG-13, it's because it has like a blood.
Yeah,
One
one
Yeah.
speck of blood.
there isn't there like a scene in the second movie there with like a shoot off hand on a boat or something? It has stuff like that and people getting eaten visibly by dinosaurs. That's a little much.
Eh,
And also I
don't
had
think so.
all these scientific dinosaur books and children's books that were kind of ranting about Jurassic Park and how wrong it is and how inaccurate. And like my other grade school friends were like talking about Jurassic Park, and I was like, oh,
Jurassic Park.
that's
nerds.
not how velociraptors looked like. I have the knowledge. I watched Walking with Dinosaurs. The scientifically relatively accurate version. Yeah. I also searched for fossils in our garden, and I found some weird things, but I think no fossils. I was generally obsessed with like animals and
I was also very obsessed with animals. I'm still obsessed with animals to this day.
I mean I was like in the thing that I would search for animal bones and stuff in the woods and bring them home, which wasn't that Like my mother didn't really like that part. And we also found
Baby
like
NeverPaint, the founder of vulture culture.
yeah, like we had like a tank of water in our garden, and at some point we discovered that there was like a baby bird skeleton at the ground of that water tub, and we were like, oh, that's neat. It's like a preserved skeleton, and we just left it there for like a few more years, and then took it out and then arranged it in a picture frame, like reconstructed it.
Yeah.
And that was neat. I liked that stuff as a kid. Now I think it's kind of creepy.
It is a little
Was it
creepy,
creepy?
but
Sounds
it's
cool.
only the skeleton. It's fine. I don't like taxidermy. But like
Oh, I also like
Just-
that.
just skeletons is fine.
I never did taxonomy, but I had some animals. I think I had a mole or something. That was neat. But yeah, that whole dinosaur fandom kind of died out when I got to high school, because I was like, I like Lord of the Rings now.
Dinosaurs,
few years
ew, that's
later-
for babies.
I mean, no, I never had that. I was like, dinosaurs, cool, appreciate it. I think I got everything out of dinosaurs what
But what about
What they had
dragons,
to offer.
though?
Yeah, that's the thing. I think I talked
Dragons are a
about this
good
in the
middle ground.
childhood episode. But one day, for some birthday, always got dinosaur gifts. But I think my grandma or my aunt or something got me, instead of a dinosaur, a dragon, and like a book about dragonology.
Oh yeah,
was
yeah.
Oh my god, I had a book about that too. I was so into dragons, man.
And I was like, huh, that's like dinosaurs, but like Harry Potter dinosaurs, like magic dinosaurs. That's also neat. And then I got all into dragons, and then all into Lord of the Rings, and then all into anime, unrelated. But yeah. And now I'm back on track. I'm back on dinosaur. Today, at least.
I remember being obsessed with like Chinese dragons. When I was a kid.
I was always a European dragon.
Well, you see, the European dragons are
Or South
fat,
American.
and they're not graceful, and they're like lumpy and ugly. But I
no.
saw the
Wrong.
Chinese dragons,
Very wrong.
and like I was always a really big fan of sea creatures and how they like swim through the water and and like squirm around like sea snakes and stuff like that. So seeing the Chinese dragons for the first time, they just felt so majestic and beautiful and graceful. And I remember I have this really clear memory of like watching Spirited Away when I was 6 or 7, and the big scene where they're like doing the parallel between the river and the dragon like flying over the river. It just blew my mind as a kid. I love the relation of like flowing water and the movement of the dragon.
God,
And I was just-
I watched that movie
Chinese
as a
dragons
kid.
are always portrayed in this really majestic way, and they are
Yeah.
super like delicate and graceful, and I love them too.
Okay,
So basically, when
we will
Rayquaza
make a
came
separate
out
episode
in
about
Pokemon,
dragons, but
when Rayquaza came out, I was obsessed with Rayquaza.
Oh
And I
yes,
remember,
same
like,
dude. Rayquaza was my
I would
favorite
jump
for
into the
so long.
swimming pool, and I would swim around in the swimming pool as if I was Rayquaza. I would like, I would try to contort my body
That's
and be like,
adorable.
dude, I'm
sounds
Rayquaza.
oh,
I remember specifically doing that in like a ball pit at a birthday. I was just like going under the balls and then going up and scaring my friends and being like, Rayquaza. Good times.
That's adorable.
I was big on pretending to be a dinosaur as a child.
Nice.
I would get on the playgrounds. I would get like a few friends, and we would form like a pack of raptors and
I feel the
walk
same.
around.
We were-
Murder other children.
Dude,
walk around with like 3 fingers sticked out like as claws and make like grass.
same. I did the same
Same.
stupid shit.
Yeah. High five. High
We
high
would do that
claw.
with Pokemon.
High claw.
My friend would pretend to be a Charizard, and I would like grab to his coat.
Yeah, that was so
and
uncool.
he would fly
version of
around,
that.
and I would like run grabbing his coat as if I was riding a Charizard.
Dude, I pretended to be
we also
Pokemon
did that, but dinosaurs are cool.
and dinosaurs and dragons and animals. I pretended to be a dog a lot when I was like a tiny baby.
Oh, you could just, when you were like just on a playground or something, you didn't even need a toy. You could just use your body as a toy, and it was the funnest thing ever. And just like use the thing on your hands and form claws with your hands or form wings with your arms and be.
I mean, Beyblades were pretty cool too, you know.
I mean, yes, but
Agree.
these are like it's like the bourgeois version of play. I never had Beyblades. I had my hands. So I was really big on fossils, but the ultimate nostalgia place of my childhood is the dinosaur park.
Yee!
And I'm not sure if I know there are other dinosaur parks throughout in the world or also in Europe, but this place is one of the oldest ones, I think, and it's like a big foresty area where for like a few decades some really big dinosaur fans have built giant concrete statues of life-size dinosaurs in like dioramas, and it's fantastic. It's great for children.
There's one of those in Spain, and I remember this heartbreaking trip where we went there and we drove for like an hour and a half to get there, and it was just closed.
No.
It was,
What?
we just hadn't checked if it was open
online.
that day.
That's so
Yeah,
stupid.
that was not an option. But I mean, we could have looked it up, but there wasn't really like mobile data or anything. So we just decided to go one day, and we didn't check if it was open or not, and it was just closed.
That's
I'm so
sad.
sad for baby Lemon.
It was like 2 hours away. It was like in a different part of Spain.
Oh.
Okay, the really fascinating thing about the dinosaur... I just went to the dinosaur park again a few weeks ago because I went with my little cousin now, who's the same age as me back then. And the fascinating thing is that you can see the different stages of dinosaur artistry and reconstruction throughout like the different old statues of dinosaurs.
Oh.
Yeah, like you would find
That's
really
really
outdated
cool.
ones. Like, okay, no, I can't explain this without sketching it out. But no, you know how lizards have their legs on the sides of their bodies?
Yes.
Like stretched out and then going down and standing like that?
Yeah.
That's like the way dinosaurs were portrayed for like 100 years or something. And like a big Triceratops that would have like the sticked out legs and then going down to the ground. But now we know that actually all dinosaurs had like legs that were just under the body and going straight down
Huh.
without going out to the sides. And yeah, because they were not very lizard-like actually, because more bird-like. Yeah, and that's what you see with like the more recent statues and the older ones. Yeah. Also, that the inventor, like the founder of that park who made most of the statues, has the same first name as me, and it was really cute, and I like that.
What, is he also?
Yee!
Yes, he's also.
Yee! Was he also a painter?
Nobody got that joke.
Is this called
What?
Never?
What did you say, Asha?
I said, was he also a painter?
He was also never.
He never paint.
Actually, most of the concrete statues were just concrete colored, so he actually never painted. There's also a smaller part of that park that's called just the Dinosaur Garden, and that was the original thing because the guy, the founder, just started this thing in his own garden, and there's also a ton of like prehistoric humans and apes. And the fun part is when you go around and you have to like, parents always like keep their children really close to them and don't allow them go to certain parts, because behind the bushes, and you have to go like in there, you can see them mating.
Oh,
like
no.
humans, like a lot of them. It's
What?
really funny.
Oh, no.
Dinosaurs?
It's just, I mean, just show every stage of their lives, like them eating and painting caves and hunting, and also fucking.
There's
Yeah,
caveman
the
porn.
prehistoric humans.
So wait, there's
That exists.
Why? Why would they do that on a
I
children's
have no
park?
idea. For reasons I just explained, because I think it's either this guy had a weird fetish for like very hairy humans, or he just wanted to show like all the parts of their lives. But yeah. I'm not sure. But
I thought you meant like dinosaurs. It
no,
was
not
images
dinosaurs.
of-
No. It
I thought it was like
prehistoric
ancient
humans.
furries. Okay.
If it
No.
was like the dinosaurs, I would understand.
It would be
and
better if
fine.
it was dinosaurs,
Yeah.
because it would be interesting to see dinosaurs mating.
Caveman is just creepy.
They could, like, kids can get the explanation of how humans mate from somewhere else, you know, not an old caveman exhibition.
Imagine that's your first exposure to sex.
I mean, that was a thing that could literally be my first
Oh
experience.
no! I'm so sorry.
It's very possible. I can't remember it, but I only recognized it when I was older. But it's really funny, and I don't think you find pictures of that online, so you have to go there by yourself. It's a great park. It has a lot of good playgrounds, and
So yeah, listener, if you have a caveman fetish, you know where to go now.
yeah, do that. Also, caveman is racist because they didn't only live in caves.
Okay.
No, I
Asian
think I
people.
think just caveman is just not something you say anymore. It's like Brontosaurus. It's outdated. Okay, I have told the story of the Brachiosaurus in Berlin, the big giant skeleton that got renamed because apparently it's not a Brachiosaurus anymore.
What is he now?
It's just
Why did they
It's a-
just rename it?
it's a Giraffosaurus or something like that. Like
I'm sorry, but that's a waste.
A Graphosaurus?
It's a Graphosaurus.
no, a Giraffosaurus.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm gonna look it up. But the Brachiosaurus skeleton in Berlin is pretty famous because it's like a pretty complete skeleton, which is not that common. And yeah, that was like one of my favorite dinosaurs, and I went there one time because we didn't go to Berlin very very often, and it was just this magical moment of like entering this big glass hall, like this giant, taller monster, and I was a little painter, and I looked up to it, and it was whoa. It's a very big boy, and it's called a Giraffe Titan. A Giraffe Titan, which I guess is some kind of subspecies of Brachiosaurus that's not actually really a Brachiosaurus. And I got betrayed.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
still the same
It's-
boy. Just changed
Apparently
its
he
name.
holds the world record for the biggest dinosaur skeleton, which is neat.
That's pretty interesting.
26 meters high is he.
Jesus.
No,
that's a lot.
long. 26 meters high. I don't see anything about the length here. But I think it's at least as high as long.
That's a long
It's
boy.
a big boy. When I went to New York last June, I also went to the Prehistoric Museum in New York, or like Museum of Natural History or something, because I knew it from Nights in the Museum.
Nice.
And I was like, I have to go there. But actually, only the outside part of the museum is in the movie. The inside is all fictional,
Huh.
which made me a little sad.
Well, makes sense. It's probably easier to build sets
yeah,
instead of,
definitely.
Yeah.
Also in museums,
Instead
there's
of
a lot
like
boring
taking
stuff.
away a museum for an entire month or 2 months of filming.
I mean, would be expensive. But also I looked at the dinosaurs there, and they were surprisingly small and not that cool. I was like,
You
my
got
first
exposed
T-Rex skeleton.
to the biggest and coolest one when you were a child, and none of them can impress you.
He's the most jaded towards dinosaurs.
I mean, the thing is, there are like different popularity grades of dinosaurs. There's like, I'm not sure about the time when it happened, but there was this dinosaur fight between two paleontologists
Yeah.
who were like enemies, and those two had like this dinosaur battle where they just traveled through North America and discovered like dozens of dinosaur species, and who discovers more and who discovers the bigger ones and the cooler ones. And at this time period, all the famous dinosaurs were found, like the Tyrannosaurus and the Stegosaurus, Triceratops, Apatosaurus, and all the big boys, all your common Jurassic Park dinosaurs were discovered there. And these dinosaurs, these skeletons aren't really shown in Germany. Like, we only have homebred dinosaurs. And that one Brachiosaurus that was found in Africa, I think.
Nice.
And so I never saw actually a Triceratops or Tyrannosaurus skeleton. That was the first time in New York. It was kind of neat. But also they were smaller than I imagined, because I'm not a child anymore. Oh, bother. Guys, I talked for a really long time.
It's Winnie the Pooh right there.
Yeah,
Winnie
does
the
anybody
Paint.
else have anything to say about dinosaurs?
You can also ask me stuff.
Well, we've been going for 1 hour and 20 minutes, I think.
Okay. We could also...
I think we could also move on to the Sketch With Us stuff, because we got a lot.
Before that, we should discuss which dinosaur is each of us.
Yes.
We
Yes.
should continue the conversation from the other day.
Yes, please.
Yes, this is an ongoing conversation.
We already know Graf is either like a Stegosaurus or the Giraffosaurus, because he sounds close to his name.
No,
He's
it
the
was not
coolest,
Giraffosaurus,
biggest
it was
boy.
It's Giraffe Titan.
Oh yeah.
Whoa!
Whoa, I want to read
Titan.
that one.
Yeah,
Giraffe
that's
type.
your
Giraffe
your
Titan.
Dinosona.
Whoa,
Yeah.
looks more like Alex though.
Can I see? Yeah, that looks like
Yeah,
Alex.
it looks like a very, very Alex. So we also decided that Seika is a what's it called?
The one with the horns.
Carnotaurus.
The Nicosaurus.
Yeah, the angry one with the cat
Carnotaurus,
ears.
in fact. I think Carnotaurus got a little more popular with the recent Jurassic World movie.
I remember loving that one when I was a child, so I'm very pleased that that's
Yeah,
the
there
one.
was this one anime called I don't remember what it was called, but it was like a shonen children's battle anime about reviving fossils that turned into dinosaurs, and then you would fight with
It's
the dinosaurs as if they were Pokemon.
Fate with dinosaurs.
Pretty much. So like I remember there was the main character who had a Triceratops, and then his best friend, which was the blue guy, he had a Carnotaurus called Ace, and he was my favorite, and I really
don't
liked
remember
him.
this at all. Send me a picture later to see if it rings any bells.
I doubt I can find it.
Oh.
I think it's
But
something.
no, I like that
dinosaur
one because I
tame or
had like
something
this
that.
encyclopedias about animals and dinosaurs and stuff like that. I remember feeling, oh my god, this guy is so cool. He has horns. He has 2 of them. He's a devil.
I mean,
It's me.
Carnotaurus is basically the edgy Tyrannosaurus.
Yeah.
He
I was
has-
Dude, always
it's,
an angel.
it's the Shadow the Hedgehog to Tyrannosaurus Sonic the Hedgehog.
he looks a little
not even a
meaner,
lie.
and he has like a bigger head and spikes and 2 horns that look a little bit like cat ears, and that's cool.
Kawaii desu ne.
Yeah.
はい、そうでしょ。
すごい!
But yeah.
Uh,
So which one was Lemon?
Asha, Lemon, what are you? I think I'd ascribe the Archaeopteryx to Asha
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
because it's small and fluffy and cute, and that's just
Accurate.
Tori.
Is it savage?
What? It's
I need to know.
Hold on, I have,
flesh
to, I have to
eating.
dig that up.
Okay.
Up. Where is it?
okay. It's I mean Archaeopteryx basically evolved from raptors, so it had like a stage between a raptor and the Archaeopteryx is a Microraptor, which are
It
even
must
cooler.
fit this description.
Pink, friendly and cute, actually incredibly dangerous, and is fully capable of killing you. Gets a fancy head when they transform. What?
Yeah, it must be a dinosaur with like a fancy hat, feather pattern.
I mean, yes, it had that. And they evolved to burps.
Yeah.
There's also, I just read an article yesterday about Archaeopteryx, and it's still debated if they could actually fly or just glide. And
Either way,
For-
they are still cute.
no, that's
Forever
just
in my mind,
reminded
they
me
will
so much.
they will fly like Archeops in Pokemon, like in the 3D
But just-
Pokemon, so just flaps like frantically to stay
Oh,
afloat.
his animations are so
That's my
funny.
headcanon.
He can barely fly. He's just like plop, 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 plop.
Yeah.
He's so funny.
That just reminded me so much of when I asked Asha if Tori can fly, and she just she glides. Oh, that's the same thing. Lemon.
Looks deadly.
He looks
He
like a
has
good
sharp.
boy.
He also still has teeth. That's
Nice.
Oh.
I like it.
can bite and claw and glide, and maybe fly. It had very light bones they found out recently, so it's possible that it could fly.
So it's basically
But we're
just
not sure.
a bird, but more angry.
Yeah,
If,
it's
if
a-
that's
it's a
even
missing link.
possible.
It's a funny thing because
It is.
Archaeopteryx is kind of the symbol for evolution in every science book. Like the Mona Lisa is the symbol for art.
Yeah.
They would just put a picture of the Archaeopteryx fossil, which is also, by the way, the famous Archaeopteryx fossil is also presented in that same glass hall like a Giraffatitan.
Dude,
Brachiosaurus. Right behind it.
no wonder you didn't get impressed by the New York Museum. If you
Yeah.
got all the coolest
It's
boys in your country.
I have to go there again, and actually, Lemon, we should have gone in Berlin that day, but I didn't want. I mean,
Yeah, you had limited time.
we walked around the city.
I
but
was so tired that day, man.
Yeah, it's okay. Next time, okay?
Yeah.
Good.
So who am I?
I thought, yeah, well, you expressed so much love for like the sea source creatures, and I thought either an Ichthyosaurus or some kind of Elasmoplesiosaurus. You know
I don't remember what they. I mean, I know what they look like, but I don't know what the difference between them are.
Okay, Ichthyosaurus are the dinosaurs that evolved. The thing is, like the big thing with like fish and lizards and stuff is that fish just learned to make eggs that they could like lay on land with like hard shells with water
Yeah.
in it, and that's why like they discovered the land and went rapid there. But some lizards just went back into the sea and developed like birthing living like ready living creatures.
Oh,
And these
cool.
are the Ichthyosaurus, which basically developed into more fish-like creatures, and they looked more like dolphins basically.
Huh.
Okay.
Like big. Okay, I have to look one up, but basically big dolphins. And the way they are portrayed in art and media is often in this like cool color scheme it's like derived of
Oh God, that's a nightmare.
that's derived of
His tongue.
yeah No, yeah, that's basically it. I'm talking more about the prettier illustrations.
Oh, that's way
Oh,
cute.
that one's really cute.
That looks like a toy. Like a toy in a bathtub.
The first one's just a shitty 3D model. Okay,
I
it's
don't know
actually
how to
shitty,
feel
but-
about this, but I'll take it. He's cute.
I mean, otherwise,
Wood train.
otherwise, the Elasmo and Plesiosaurus are the ones with the long necks. Like, Elasmosaurus is the one I showed you yesterday. That had like a boat body and a really long leg. It's
The
also
long necks are kind of ugly,
kinda
so
Alex
I'll take
Core.
this.
But also, it's kind of, I don't know. It's kind of, they're like bubbly and swoosh.
I am
You know?
swoosh. You're right.
They have a certain elegance to their demeanor, if that makes sense.
Nice.
So you guys you have to do it for me now.
That's a good question. What kind of dinosaur will NeverPaint be? Let me Google dinosaur list real quick.
God damn it, I'm the one who knows all the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Wait, did anybody say anything?
Is
No.
there like a nerdy dinosaur?
I'm more than just a nerd.
I mean, I will give you the Carnotaurus
Sure.
if
Sure.
I didn't have it myself, and I won't share the Carnotaurus because your avatar has horns, so it will make
Yeah.
He
sense.
could just be a regular T-Rex.
Nah.
What's a different meat-eating dinosaur? Wait, no, you don't like meat. Never mind. How about you could be the edgy plant eater with the giant nails that you were talking about?
Terrence.
Yeah.
The Tarantinosaurus.
Yeah,
the
I'm looking at a picture of
Tarantinosaurus.
that one right now, and he looks cool as fuck.
Yeah, that's acceptable. Like as a child, my favorite ones were also always the Velociraptors, because they are small and feathered and deadly.
Small and angry. Nice.
But also, the Therizinosaurus was my favorite one, but also it has like the most variety of how they are portrayed. Like they are very different versions of it. Yeah.
Oh, this 3D model is so scary.
That looks like a creature from a horror movie.
Oh my god!
A Silent Hill
oh
creature.
God.
Whoa.
Sometimes he
Littlefoot
looks more
actually
like a bird.
works pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
The
Petrie
one that's
and
drinking the
Duck-
purple
Ducky
drug
Moore.
drink. That one. What's it called? Lean? I don't remember.
Okay, now we all have our dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Now we shall roam the world and destroy everything.
And the
And-
seas.
Yeah.
Don't forget
Asha,
about the seas.
And the
your one is actually the most successful of all of them.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't I make like fish? Come on, man.
No, you went extinct.
Oh.
I probably also
No,
wanted
the
to,
thing is-
but no regrets because I was edgy and cool when I lived.
No, the thing is, the issue.
Asha, can I borrow some of your survival?
Okay, the Elasmo and
Got your back,
Ichthyosaurus
man.
Thanks, mate.
of the sea dinosaurs also went extinct and didn't form the fish because the fish developed way earlier, like way before dinosaurs, and just existed parallel to the dinosaurs and survived the big extinction. But there just was. It's one of the most favorite parts of the dinosaur evolution is that dinosaurs just evolved into fish-like creatures at some point.
Huh.
And they also evolved into birds. And there's like this model, this like theoretical model, how dinosaurs, like how humans would look like if we evolved from dinosaurs instead of from mammals.
Spooky as shit, probably.
Like if the dinosaurs just didn't went extinct, they just roamed the earth for like eternity till today, in
We
which way
would just
they
be
would...
Argonians from the Elder Scrolls.
It's just reptilians, guys. They're still alive. They live under the crust of the earth. Of course, clearly.
Yeah, birds are cool, but birds are like the minimalistic version of dinosaurs that survived the extinction. And nobody is really sure why, because the extinction of dinosaurs is pretty mysterious.
Yeah.
Like, why were just some species of animals just spared randomly, and some went to extinct completely?
I mean, I don't know.
Well, the Earth is a big place. I'm pretty sure there was some sort of place where whatever killed them didn't reach, and some survived and they repopulated.
I mean, maybe it's like other regular animals. Like maybe one of them was way more a successful predator and kind of fuck everyone over, or just like, you know, just shit happened and they couldn't adapt and they died eventually.
The main theory is that like the smaller creatures just survived, like very small mammals and mice and stuff that existed back then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking at that picture of the dinosaur human, but I'm not sure what it was called.
The dinosaur human?
Oh yeah, here it is. It's a pretty popular one. A dinosauroid. It's kind of the model. It's modeled after the Troodon, which was one of the most intelligent dinosaurs.
Oh, God.
It's just a grey alien, dude.
It's
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a humanized version of the Troodon. But it's pretty sick.
I don't
These
like
dinosaurs are cool and want to make some dinosaur art.
Yeah.
And luckily you can do that too, dear listener, and send us your entries at hashtag sketchwithus.
Or your coolest
Twitter.
jellyfish, you know. That works too.
I mean, if it's a prehistoric jellyfish.
Those are the coolest ones, NeverPaint.
Probably. Jellyfish didn't, like, change much.
They're
Right.
all amazing.
Yeah.
Didn't need to. They were already too cool.
Yeah, some species were just perfect from the start. Okay, should we wrap up?
Yes, I think so.
You sound
So,
very tired today, Graf.
Yeah, we have to
What?
say goodbye. Dear audio-only listener.
Yeah,
And the show
goodbye.
continues on YouTube with our Sketch With Us entries and our weekly progress section, which is more visually focused than this.
Yeah. Thanks, audio-only listeners. Hope you enjoyed the show.
Yeah.
It was
Never
fun
been
being
talking
with you
for
tonight.
an hour.
But please come
Mwah.
to YouTube so you can listen to the last part. And also like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.
Yeah. Give us money.
No,
Through
we don't have
channels
money
we
yet.
don't have.
Nowhere to be. Nowhere for people to give us
Just
money
Give
yet.
us money
Okay.
through none of our avenues.
Give us
No,
money through
no.
coffee.com.
Coffee.com
Coffee.com/Seika.
Coffee.com/NeverPay.
Yeah.
No, my coffee.
Coffee.com/ wait, shit. Damn it. I don't have one.
Get fucked.
Patreon.com/NeverPaint. It exists, it's just not public. But you can't find it if you type in this URL. Okay, goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Sayonara, minasan.
Are we still?
Guys, I just
So now
stopped
we're-
talking now,
We're
okay?
on YouTube land.
Are we still reviewing the ones from
Yes,
episode?
we're reviewing all the ones that we got.
all the ones we got, even the ones from the episode before last episode?
Yeah, if we haven't talked about it.
Okay.
How
Yes,
many
I
are
mean-
those, though?
I think it's 2. It's fine.
Oh, okay. We're okay. Yeah, let's do this, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Send in the first one.
First one from the prompt Sea Creature is by Lynx at Links for Art,
Oh yeah!
who drew.
Shout outs to Links for Art.
It's
Oh,
a
I've
shark.
seen this.
Yeah, I shared this before.
It's the shark girl.
It's a cute shark girl, and it's also a comic, so it's
Hell yeah.
also...
It's two prompts in one.
It's so
yeah,
cute.
it's also fitting for the second prompt. You can see into the future.
Yes, you can see into the future.
Lynx is really cool, and I follow them for a long time now. They don't have a big following, so go follow them if you like this. It's sick. They do a lot of comics this Inktober, like these little 3-4 panel comics. I really like the expressions they do.
Yeah,
Like, really
it's very cute and very expressive.
Cute and kind of goofy. The shark girl just has so much.
She
Personality.
has so much
energy.
wah.
She goes wow, and she also has shark fins on her arms. That looks really cool.
She's like a garchomp.
It's like wings. It also
God,
has-
I love the trope of like useless blades that come out of your forearms.
Same.
Like all the Pokemon
I
that
love
have
it
that
so
are so
much.
cool. Like Bisharp when he just like pops out the blade and it's so cool.
Yeah.
And Gallade was my favorite Pokemon for so long, and like in
Dude,
the 3D
Garchomp
games,
is my
the way
favorite one and totally has that stupid trope.
hear me out, Seika. The way they animate Gallade in the games is that normally he doesn't have the blade, but when he does like a physical move, the blade comes out and he like swipes.
That's
And
so
it's
cool.
the coolest thing.
It's the coolest shit, yeah. I love Pokemon so much.
We have to do a Pokemon
Yes,
episode.
please, I will die for it.
can we do that after I finish Soul Silver?
Yes.
Sure, yeah.
Yep. Sounds like
Only if
if
you
that
get your
ever
shit
happens.
together before Sword and Shield.
okay. Next.
Oh,
entry.
we have to do it after Sword and Shield, though.
Okay.
Oh, this guy.
Next entry is by Nico, who also incorporated it in his Inktober drawing.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
bait. October prompt day 3.
I remember
October
day 3.
19.
It was 3 days ago.
Exactly.
It's
Don't
But
pull
not
the
for you,
curtain
dear
on them.
listener.
a sailfish.
Ah. Oh yeah, that makes sense.
I
With a
don't know what a
very
sailfish
long
is.
nose. It's the one
Oh.
that have a very long pointy nose and
Oh,
the
whoa!
sail on their back.
That one's so cool.
Yeah. And it looks pretty accurate. Also, sailfish are nearly extinct and get fished a lot, so I see some ecologic critique in here, like very interesting.
I'm not sure if that was intentional. But yeah,
Okay.
it's a nice drawing. Okay, then moving on to
I like all the negative space.
yeah, Nico always has a lot of negative space in his drawings, and
I think
It
it's
looks
pretty
cool.
cool. Yeah.
moving on to the
Next one.
last prompt, which was
This
drawing
week's
a
prompt, in
comic.
fact.
Hell yeah.
Oh, the perfect failure. The
Yeah.
perfect failure sends us another artistic failure. No, not really. I'm sorry.
Okay, so what's happening in here?
Did
I'm
a
not sure
sandwich
how-
explode? Is that what's going on here?
Okay.
I believe so.
There's an evil guy behind the sandwich and a fluffy guy reading a book. Oh, it's Tori!
Sorry.
Yeah!
Oh, cute.
It's Tori Volume 3. Asha, you have to make 3 volumes of Tori.
Yeah, it's a prophecy.
You have to make this real.
Then
Then it goes boom. They didn't expect you to fall for it.
so I guess.
Oh yeah. The sandwich was a trap.
Yeah, it was a trap.
The sandwich was a trap for that evil grinning guy.
Poor guy.
And the fluffy guy who reads Tori probably set the trap.
Oh no. I really like the
Cute.
first panel
Yeah.
Yeah.
with all the black. Nice. Also, it's
I like.
cool sandwich.
I mean, I really like the last panel with the scratchy, burnt art style of the burnt character.
Also, the
I like the
expressions are
boom
cool.
panel the best. The boom panel has a really interesting expression with the asymmetrical eyes and the mouth that like comes out of the face. I think that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
I like them all.
It has a
All
lot of
four of them.
impact, the boom panel.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
I like the eyebrows. And the
Yeah.
negative
Yeah,
Yeah.
negative space eyebrows. That's neat. It's also traditional, guys. I wouldn't do traditional comics. That scares me.
It's
Because you
just
can't
like drawing
rea-
digital comics.
No,
Yeah.
you can't rearrange your speech bubbles 500 times before making them.
But
And-
see, that's the cool part because it means you have to finish at some point. I
Yeah.
feel like it's the only way I will ever make and finish a comic.
I literally just only started drawing digitally because I wanted to make comics one day.
Okay.
It's the entire reason.
Next entry is by Jada Prague.
Welcome back to the show.
Oh, I saw this one earlier, a couple of days ago.
It's also about a bait. Also combining
I
it with
have faith.
Inktober.
Very smart, guys. We have some creative viewers here.
Yeah.
Also, it's not loading for me. Oh, there. Oh, I've seen this one. I like this one actually. I have dreams of being captured and being hooked.
No.
Aw, poor worm.
What a cruel
The
destiny.
absolute horror of this image.
Oh wow.
Guys,
That
okay,
one's really good.
falling for bait
Yeah.
is pretty bad, but being the bait is even worse.
Agree.
That's the moral
Like,
of
from
this
my-
comic.
From my
That's the
personal
wisest
experience.
thing you've ever said, NeverPaint.
I know. Isn't that great? Please put it on my tombstone.
Right after I kill myself. Bang.
No.
Bye. Nah. I just talked about dinosaurs for an hour. I'm very happy right now.
It's
I'm
the
very,
happiest moment of your
yeah,
life.
I'm at a very comfortable place in my life right now. everything is in the right place.
Agree.
Oh.
Nice. So, Jada Prague sent in a second one.
Ooh, I didn't see this one.
Oh, that's not allowed. That's unheard.
Shut up. I'll allow it.
Okay.
Oh, it's too late now.
Oh my god, look at that panel. That's just his hair. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I love that.
If you click the link, there's a last panel, which is a separate picture, by the way.
Wait, no.
Yeah.
No, is it his hair or is it the grass? Of
It's the grass.
I mean,
It's both NeverPaint.
It's both.
It's
that's,
both.
That's really nice.
To make things as good as I actually really like this. You should do more comics, Jess. They look cool.
Yeah.
yeah. I want to see more. But by the way, dear Sketch with Us people, you can also make a comic about a dinosaur. That's also appreciated.
Yes,
for
please
next week.
do.
If you want to.
Make as many comics as you want. I
Draw
wanna
us
see
as
You're
your-
a
dinosaurs.
comic boy, draw the
Yes,
comic.
draw us as
Or just draw
dinosaurs.
us.
Please.
Okay.
So, next one?
Next one is by Chip. At
Hell
Chip
yeah.
Oh, I
Wiseman
know
Art.
that guy. By the way, speaking of
Oh, hell
Chip
yeah.
the Wise Man.
Yeah. Okay. Let's also
have to-
talk about
we
this.
have to-
Let's address the
address this,
elephant in the room.
I actually forgot about it for an hour because I just talked about dinosaurs, but now... You see, we have a little stinky problem here.
A little.
Who wants to explain
problem.
this?
So
Lemon? Graf? Someone?
when was it? 2 days ago?
It was yesterday,
It
I
was
think.
this morning.
What?
No,
Wait.
it
No,
was
no, it
yesterday.
was
No.
yesterday.
It was yesterday. We received a declaration of war from
No.
From Chip himself.
a group called
no,
the
not from Chip.
Chip just edited this. This is a separate group.
yeah.
called
Yeah,
the Stinky People
it's a
podcast.
separate
It's a
corporate
group called the
entity.
Stinky People Podcast. And
And they are all
It's composed by
Stinky
a
alter
bunch
egos.
of like lame copycats who don't know shit about fuck and who are just trying to copy our shtick, and I won't let them.
Okay,
they
this
will
is one.
destroy
This
it.
is one guy. This is one guy called NeverPaint, and he hates drawing, and he only paints, and I hate him.
Like that joke's already been done before. They're not treading new ground here. Like
Yeah.
lemon fart, I've heard that a million times before. I mean, it's
It's
like
what
this is
the
derivative.
classmates called it.
It's utter trash. I love you, Chip. This is so cool. I love you, Chip. Thanks so much for making this.
It's everything we ever wanted.
okay,
No, I wanted this, and now I have it.
Just like our friendship.
It's good.
I like that
we just
my counterpart Graf is in the air tonight. Just looks like
Yeah.
Garfield.
Garfield.
it's not doesn't look like Garfield. It is Garfield.
Yeah.
Garfield is part of our
Or lore.
our enemies. I'm really happy that this exists, and I don't know. It feels surreal and cool to have a weird Stinky parody made about yourself.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you, Chip. I feel bullied and it's great. Thank you so much.
Okay. Check out the video. It'll be in the description.
let's also,
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
yeah, of course,
Please.
leave
I
in the
don't want to
description.
spoil
It's
everything,
cool.
so I'm keeping myself quiet.
All right.
Okay, Chip's comic, which is not stinky but cool.
Yeah.
It says, "Die, you fool!"
And the next
Oh, and
panel
someone-
is someone falling in a pit, I guess.
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah.
they fall in acid and they get.
In
In
acid.
an acid vat, yeah, and crawled as a skeleton. And bitch, I lived. Oh no,
I live,
no, it's not
bitch.
Japanese. It's I lived. bitch.
Like the meme.
Cool.
Huh, got it.
These bold outlines and big black
Very
color
chippy.
fields are sick. Yeah, but most of Chip's art is a little more colorful, not monochrome. But this
Yeah,
is,
but the poses and the thick
yeah, the
outlines
poses,
are,
of course.
are chippy.
But
I like the
this is
skeleton.
also a new thing, and I like it. And I like how I can scroll through it in Twitter with arrow keys, and it's like a page turn. That's
Yeah.
cool. I like that when the panels are like separate, same format things for webcomics.
It's pretty cool. I agree with that.
Okay, Lynx sent us another comic, and they're
Yeah.
apparently doing a comic every day of Inktober.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Lord.
really cool.
Oh, this is cute.
It is
Oh, I
super
like
cute.
this a lot.
It's
Oh, look at her face. She's so happy.
Oh, this
Yeah,
is
she
literally
found
And
me.
I love
Here
I
you
love the
go.
background in the first panel. The background
Oh,
is
yeah.
so nice.
Very minimalistic.
They also make
Yeah.
I really
great
like
backgrounds.
She's so
outlines
happy.
in one color.
This is adorable.
I like it a lot. Their other comics are also cool. Check them out, guys.
Yeah, I really like how
good.
minimalistic his comics are, but they still
Yeah.
really.
Like the lines are
Really convey
aren't
the
even
message.
fully drawn. Like you see how the face form in the last panel of the girl is. It just has two little lines that
Yeah.
and a few shades that form the face, and it's enough. You don't need a full outline if you're good, or like if that's your preferred style.
This comic is so wholesome.
Yeah.
I agree.
I love
I
it.
love it so much.
It makes me happy poipy when I look at it, and
It
it's
makes
good.
me whole.
Okay,
Just
good.
makes me whole.
Next one is by Nico.
Nico Robin. No.
Who made a stupid pun.
Just in
Too
case you
insane.
forgot my name. What to do? Shut your mouth. Maybe. What? What's the pun? I don't get it.
Oh, yeah, me neither.
I think it's just in case. but I'm not sure.
Wait, is that a case?
No, his name is
No, it's a
Just in
TV.
Case.
Just in a case.
Oh, because he's in a
do
case.
the whole-
Because he's in a case. I get it.
No, it's a TV. Isn't it a TV?
Yeah.
No, but the guy
like a
in the
TV.
TV is in a suitcase.
Yeah.
Ah.
It's like Just in Time, but just in
Oh.
case.
Now I see it.
Remember Just in Time?
Okay. I'm sorry, the suitcase was a little visually unclear the first
Also,
time.
I'm not sure about the
now I
reading
get it.
order of this comic.
Yeah. I'm
I'm not-
slightly
yeah.
confused.
It doesn't matter. You're dead. Shot us.
Oh no.
I'm not sure if I'm dead or if he says anyway first.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, improve your paneling. It's unclear, Nico. I want to see a better comic next time.
Harsh
so mean
critique.
to your brother.
We are not a guys. We're not a hack box. We're giving harsh and evil critique. We are strict. We are strict teacher boys.
Okay, that's it for Sketch with Us.
Yay.
Did I miss one?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed one. I missed one.
Oh no. Don't miss
Spork
one.
also sent one.
Oh yeah, I saw hers.
Oh, nice.
Earlier.
Sporktown Heroine at Sporktown Hero.
Oh, I saw this one. It was also very wholesome.
People of Earth, I will now destroy the Earth. Oh God, but I don't want to love the Earth. Oh, dang, really? That's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's wholesome.
Oh, best friends. I love
Hell yeah.
the character design of that Earth Force.
Fun fact, I was
Yeah.
talking to Spork while she was doing this. And she was like hurrying up because we were supposed to record on Friday.
Oh.
We recorded a little bit.
Oh no.
So she rushed it to be just in time for when I told her we were going to
Just
start
in
recording. But
Just
yeah.
It came out
Just in
great.
time and just in case.
Thank you, Spork. Thank you for making the comic. I love you.
Yeah, I like it. Spork is generally very good at character design. I want to see more comics from
Yeah,
you.
same.
Yeah.
Okay, now that
Preferably dinosaur comics
For next week.
for next week. Yes.
okay, now that really
Yeah,
was
was
all
it
of
all?
them.
So yeah, send us your sketch of entries. The topic, the prompt this week is dinosaurs and prehistoric animal creatures.
Hell
it could,
yeah.
It could also be a prehistoric plant if you know one. I know a ginkgo tree. That's prehistoric and like ferns. But yeah, do that. Hashtag sketch with us on Twitter. Yeah. Weekly progress, guys. We all made like tons of drawings.
Yeah.
We all did so much.
Yeah, Inktober is hitting hard, guys. We're working
Except-
our
Oh my
asses
god.
off.
It sure is.
Okay, guys, this time I go first because I have the least to show. So
Yeah.
Okay, go.
I made
Go.
the
go,
background
go, go.
image for our new show on the SPP, Sick Jam Sundays.
Hell yeah, check that one out if you haven't. New episodes should be
Yeah,
out.
it's
Well,
been out
when
for
you
a
few
hear
days.
this.
We review, no, we don't review. We talk about albums. We listen to an album, then we talk about it, and yeah. Next episode, we'll listen to The Glow Part 2 by The Microphones.
Oh,
Yeah.
how often is the show coming out?
Was thinking monthly, maybe every second week, though. I don't know. Depends.
Huh.
We'll work
Sounds
something
good.
out. So yeah, that's the background I drew.
Thank you.
Nice.
I really like the color scheme you gave me. It's really fun.
Thanks.
I wish I
I,
had bright turquoise pants.
You can fix that probably.
Yeah.
I like the
I
pum
do
pum
really
doing
enjoy
the stupid
Your
hand sign.
pens. Like the pens you use are great.
It's
like
hang
the
loose.
Scratchy pencil.
I really only ever use two brushes in Clip Studio. One is
Yeah.
the pencil, the rough pencil, and one is the oil brush. That's all I do.
Nice. This looks really good though. I like it. It's a good
It's
thing.
it good.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I like how like the consistency of artwork in our shows, like that
Yeah,
we don't
it's
just-
nice.
that we have stuff because we can draw.
Hell yeah.
Don't even have to hire people to draw. We can just draw.
Like the pig that's just in the ground.
Yeah.
In the mud.
He's not even in the mud. He's just in the ground.
I like to imagine that like Alex is also just standing in the mud, but because he's so tall, you don't see it.
Well, he is standing. He's standing in the
like-
mud. He doesn't have the feet are in the mud.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
In fact, his legs are like double as long.
He's just
on the
Slender
ground.
Man.
Yeah.
He'd be okay with it though.
Something else, Graf?
Nope. That's all I did.
Well, that's good.
Okay. I have mine open, so I can go next if you guys want to.
Yeah.
I'm just going to.
Do you want to post your best ones or like?
No, I was planning to just post two, and we should probably just post two because
Yeah.
like, the ones
Yeah.
we're most
Makes
proud
sense.
of. So yeah, I have been doing like
Yeah.
a drawing every day for Inktober for the whole week, basically. Well, yeah, we're on day 6 today. But my favorite ones, first one is day 3, Bait. This cool
Oh,
pink and
yeah.
turquoise mermaid that's like
I like her.
super into bait and just reads them.
Remember my wise hood from a few minutes ago.
So yeah, I
She
really
really
like her. She came
enjoys
out
being
really
with me.
fluffy. I'm proud of her eyelashes. And like, I just really love those colors together.
And
It's
this
a good one
hair-
for sure.
I really like the
This
shiny
hair
effect
is
in the hair.
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way you
yeah.
used the blue and the purple.
Pink.
Is it
Yeah, but it's
pink?
kind of they mix together. It's kind of purple.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Mm.
But yeah.
It looks awesome.
Seika's hair shading is amazing.
Aw.
Business as usual.
Oh, thank you.
Expression is wonderful. It's just like, yes, thank you, sir, for hooking me.
I always wanted
She's-
to
Oh,
get this piercing.
I'll hook
She's
her.
hooked on that bait, you know.
I was gonna make a joke, but it was too obvious.
But yeah, that one I
Yeah.
like a lot. And then I made this one yesterday, I think. Yeah.
Did you also
day
draw
5.
this? Did
For
you also draw
build.
this in under an hour?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
Whoa.
I crunched this
Shelly.
tiny drawing because I was drawing late to post, but then like it looked really boring without a background, so I just like squiggled something. So yeah, my first time Inktober makes me do a background this year, guys. Get hyped.
It looks nicer with the
Sweet.
background. I appreciate
That's
it.
very Ghost of the Shell core. I like it.
So yeah, it's just a cool scientist girl building a robot,
Yeah.
being cool.
Building a friend.
Yeah. But yeah, those are my two favorites so far.
I can see that.
Nice.
I think they're also my favorites.
Yeah. Thank you. So yeah, Lemon, you have been doing like some
I have
intense
also been
watercoloring
doing
this
Inktober.
year. Yeah.
So basically, I'm really bad at holding back. And when I have an idea for these drawings, I just blast it out, and they always get out of proportion, and I spend way too much time on my drawings.
Hey, but you have been
Uh,
pumping them out one
but
a
I'm-
day, and I'm so proud of you
I
for
have.
that. And they are looking so cool.
Thank you. I'm really proud of myself too. I wasn't sure if I could do it, but here I am.
And it's paying off for
Um,
sure.
Yeah, thanks a bunch. So I'm gonna talk about my two favorites, but I just finished the one for today right now, like
Wow.
literally this second. So I'm gonna show you guys, and I'm gonna reveal you guys the one from today right now.
Oh my god.
Live. You should have posted it in the second you said right now.
Well, sorry, I was taking
But-
the picture.
He's trying his best, guys. Please.
Oh, I posted it in the wrong place. Hold
Oh,
on.
no.
It's fine.
There
I'm
it is.
copying it. It's fine.
It's fine. No, I posted it again.
Oh,
Damn it.
I love it.
God.
God.
It's so purple. Yes.
Lemon.
Yeah?
Lemon. I have a strong feeling that like every drawing of you is my favorite drawing of yours. Like I feel like just you improve every day a lot, like in color usage and composition. This has a way better watercolor density, I would say.
Yeah, I saturated this way more than my previous couple.
saturation.
I'm
Especially
so proud
the
of you because
contrast
you're
between
getting
the
so
yellow
much
and the
better
purple.
with each of these. Like, your colors don't bleed so much into each other anymore. Or you camouflage it way better
Thanks
when
so
of
much.
do. So,
And
yeah.
even the face of the girl doesn't look too janky. Like
This one looks way jankier than a couple of the other faces I've made in Inktober, but thanks anyway.
I mean, it doesn't. It's not that in focus on this picture, and it's like
Yeah.
it's not that important, and so it looks a little better.
I have only
My
one
opinion.
nitpick for this drawing, and I think you might know
Yeah?
which one it is.
Go ahead.
You use husk as the prompt when it's husky.
Husky means the same thing. Come on.
It means like
Yeah.
chunky and big, or like a husky voice, or a Siberian husky, or
Husky
stuff
doesn't
like that.
mean chunky.
Yeah. Google the
Guys,
definition
guys,
right now.
Guys,
did.
These prompts are an opportunity to be creative. You shouldn't limit yourself.
I really like
with
the
prompt.
eyes. They're weird and
Thank you.
These giant purple, yellow,
Husky,
glowy eyes.
definition 3. Like or consisting of a husk or husks. There we go. It is an image consistent of husks.
one's fake.
I literally looked the definition up before drawing this to make sure I wasn't cheating.
I googled that definition because I wasn't sure what the meaning was properly, because I could only think of the dog, basically.
Well, you
And
did the dog
and
anyway.
Yeah, but because that's a different story. But like, I didn't read that definition anywhere, and I think you're cheating.
That was the first definition I found, Seika. Anyway.
I have one thing
it
about
wa-
this painting.
I mean,
and
I'm
it's
willing
the-
to
Yeah.
forgive you and give you that, like, say you're right, because I really, really love this drawing. And I don't wish you draw anything else, to be honest.
I didn't want to draw a dog, okay?
No, it's fine. I didn't want to draw a dog either, but I did it anyways. But yeah.
Did you guys notice how her broom is like a magician's stick that turns into a bouquet of flowers?
Yeah.
And she flies with the magic of flowers?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's cool.
nice.
I have one criticism of this, of the girl,
Yeah?
actually, because she blends in with the background too much.
Yeah.
Oh,
I agree
definitely.
with that.
Yeah.
See,
true.
I was trying to figure out, because her main colors are red and black, right?
Yeah.
And I've drawn her before on day 3, and which was the other drawing I was going to post later. But I was trying to figure out how to make her red and black not derail the color scheme of the scene, so I made her red into a purple, but that was way too similar of a color to everything around her. So yeah, you're entirely right, and I would have... That's one of the things I would have changed if this was digital, but it's not, so I just stuck with it,
I mean,
and
to be honest,
I'll fix it
the
some other
main
time.
problem with that part is mostly the legs and the thing. Maybe
Yeah.
if you darken the background part behind her a tiny bit, it will be like way less confusing, and it wouldn't
Or
distract
darken
everything
her.
else.
I would darken her.
I could
No,
make
that,
her
that
black
will
parts
that
darker.
will maybe like change the focus.
It would take away from the
focus.
big
Yeah.
bug, though.
Yeah,
That's
that's
true.
what I don't
but-
want.
mhm. I guess I would make everything in the foreground a bit more defined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, you shouldn't keep working on this. It's too late for you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to. I already spent way too long on this one. Fun fact, I spent the longest on this one out of any Inktober. I've been working on and off all day on this.
I'm proud of you. It paid off.
Thank you.
I really love this one.
And I don't know which other one to post because I have like four of the other 5 are my favorites.
That's what I'm saying.
But I guess I'm pretty proud of the character design of this girl. So I'll post day 3. Because day 3 is another image of this girl fighting a monster. In this image, the you can see her main color scheme way better, and she definitely pops against the background way better.
Yeah. I haven't seen that one. How did I miss that one?
You haven't seen this one?
No.
This is my favorite one.
That's pretty good.
I designed this character for this one because I really wanted to make like a little magical girl that fights really creepy Halloween monsters. And then I liked her so much that I wanted to draw her again, so I drew her again in day 6.
Nice.
I
pretty
want to
cool.
flip through your whole sketchbook after 31 days. And
I was planning on doing a flip book video.
Oh, please do it.
One of
please.
these short 20-second videos in which you flip through the pages of a sketchbook.
I mean, you can
And post
also
it on
make a
Twitter.
video and just talk about every drawing for a minute. Like, it would also be interesting. I was thinking about
Yeah.
doing
That could
something
work.
like that. I've like some sketchbooks lying around I could talk about.
I could definitely do that at the end of
Yeah.
Inktober. Not sure how I'd film it, but I could figure that one out. Anyway, I'm really
next?
happy with my output
And
these
what about you,
days,
NeverPaint?
and I can feel myself getting
What about
better,
me?
and it's really nice. How about you, NeverPaint?
What about me? What about you?
Well, you're here too. We're here together.
Na 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 na.
Okay,
Yeah, I
let's
also
go.
made Inktober, and speaking of gems, of in fact crystal gems, I made a drawing of bismuth, and
Hell yeah.
bismuth is best gem and like best real life mineral. You can see my little bismuth piece on this picture. Bismuth is sharp and has like geometric shapes and is rainbow colored and silver, and it's cool. And I think I talked about this in the Steven Universe episode, but I don't like show bismuth that much because it's just a big rounded chunk of a character design. But bismuth's parts are actually very fine and small and intricate. Yeah, that's why I did my bismuth in black and white. Yeah,
I like your
and
colored bismuth better.
yeah, that's what I was about to post next because
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna post 3 because I wanted to show that I decided with Inktober that I'm drawing everything in ink, but I don't like to like make my whole gallery black and white for a month. So I'm just gonna color every Inktober drawing that's where it's possible. And so I get like
never paint. You could just like have gotten colored pens and have fun like I do.
I'm having fun, and I'm getting 2 illustrations out of every Inktober drawing. Like I'm
That's
making
2 for 1 if you can't count, ladies and gentlemen.
yeah, I'm making a full shaded and hatched ink drawing, and then I'm also coloring it on the next day maybe. I can post both. Yeah, that's my rainbow bismuth color.
I like your rainbow bismuth color, NeverPaint.
Thank you, LemonTart.
I like the hair. The hair looks really cool.
Yeah, it really does. Your hair shading has been getting really good.
Yeah, it's sometimes better, sometimes worse. Okay, what else did I do? Yeah, I made that was my first Inktober. I'm not using the prompts, by the way. I'm just drawing what I want. Anarchy, yeah. I drew a Doremi, and she is bothered
Why is she bothered, NeverPaint?
because I just started watching Doremi, and the ending of the show is like, okay, the show is pretty energetic and happy, at least the episodes that I watched, but the ending is really melancholic, and all the characters are walking through the city and looking kind of sad and dire, but then they see like the magic bubbles and get happy, and yeah, and that's just kind of the mood I wanted to capture in this.
Huh. Okay. Interesting, actually. I really don't remember the ending of Doremi. It's a show that I watched as a pretty small kid, but haven't seen it in a long time.
It's good.
I love it. I love it so much because I love Doremi. It's my favorite anime. So NeverPaint drawing it made me so happy.
Yeah, you retweeted both my Doremi drawings.
Of course I did.
Also,
I mean, it's Doremi.
Okay. So easy, so cheap as a Asha retweet. Yeah, and especially with this one, and also the other ones, I really try to improve my hatching, because I haven't really done this in a long time, because I focus more on watercolor painting and not painting, coloring.
Your hatching in today's drawing looks really good.
No, NeverPaint, you can't go back. You admitted it. You're a painter boy.
Today's drawing doesn't exist because my limit is full.
Oh no.
You can look it up on twitter.com/NeverPaint.
Which day is today? I don't know.
Today was the 6th
Yeah.
Inktober drawing.
Yeah, so all of us have 6 drawings up, so you should go check all of our social media if you want to see that. But yeah, Asha, will you share with the class, please? Your beautiful drawings?
I'm getting back into daily drawing through Inktober, and my favorite drawing, I guess, so far is today's, because it was ball pen, and that's fun. And Seika.
Yes, Asha, come to the dark side. Ball pens are so fun.
Come to the dark side of drawing Seika.
This is a really cute Seika.
Yeah, it could
I
totally
like
be
turtlenecks. I like turtlenecks. I like bangs.
It's me.
And
it's my haircut.
her smile is
she has
really,
the
really
tea.
nice.
It's me.
She even has the killer eyeliner.
Hell yeah.
It's great.
I like it a lot. I like how like edgy the head is, like the shape of the hair has like these hard cuts.
Yeah, the more geometric shape is different and cool from your stuff.
Yeah, it has some sharpness to it, and it's pretty.
It actually reminds me a little bit of a noodle bomb drawing. What
Yeah,
maybe
I could see that.
Definitely interesting.
Oh yeah,
It's her.
I'm also working on. My whole life is really loud right now. I'm also trying a comic, Sickly's Week, which the prologue should be out by the time of this podcast. So
Hell yeah.
Now you're committed.
Hopefully, if I don't die of embarrassment and then delete my whole.
No, I won't allow you.
No.
We have the PDF,
We
Asha.
won't
You can't
let you.
escape.
I mean,
No.
we got an exclusive
We have the
preview,
typo.
so we will just release it for you if you die.
Yeah, we're blackmailing you, Asha. You have to finish it.
We're not just blackmailing you. We're pink and purple mailing you.
Hell yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Is the
Your
is the
indoor
shade-
drawings are very, very cool. I have been enjoying them
is
a
the
lot.
shading also in ink? Like the
Yeah, it's ink.
okay.
It's literal ink. I have colored ink. I bought colored ink, and I was like, well, I might as well do Inktober at this point.
Is
Hell
it
yeah.
is it
I,
water?
I remember when I was like, hey, are you going to do Inktober? You're like, no. And I was like, well, you bought colored ink, so I thought you would. And you're like, and then you did Inktober.
Oh no.
Well, 6 days. We're gonna see how well it goes
Oh,
for all
God.
of us. Um, and is that ink like waterproof ink or?
Yeah,
Like-
for the most part.
Yeah. Okay. I don't have a lot of experience like painting with ink because I never paint. But I want to
doubt.
try it out more because I still have I made for one of my Inktober drawings that didn't look that cool, the other Doremi one. I painted that in ink and I kind of liked it. But also ink is super dangerous for your brushes since you have to clean them all the time
Yeah.
because it's very sticky.
I'm contemplating putting ink into one of my water brushes. Just see what happens.
Whoa.
You're contemplating what, sorry?
Putting ink
Putting
on a
ink
water brush.
into. Yeah.
In a water brush?
Huh. It would probably come out way too quickly, right?
No, it's gonna stick it all together, and because it's not made for ink.
It's gonna stick it all together, and it's the best of both worlds.
I mean, I have seen people kind of like fill water brushes with like inks and colors and stuff, but I don't know if you can do that with any ink without ruining it. So maybe you should look into that, but I think it will be an interesting idea.
I mean, if you got
support.
cheap water brushes, just try it out. But
Yeah.
Water
I
brushes are pretty cheap.
got some old ones I can try it out of. Yeah. Something else you want to show to the class?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
Guys, I
sort of us,
realized
right?
that we kind of in the last week we kind of dropped the weekly goals.
What? We didn't do it?
We straight up just didn't do it for a while.
Oh, oops.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, I think
Well,
all of our
now
weekly
it's
goals
fixed.
are mainly Inktober, and Asha is her comic, right?
Correct.
Mainly Inktober, and finally catching up to these damn commissions. I have been working on a commission
Yeah.
this whole podcast,
Those
by the
damn
way. So yeah.
Okay, I got, by the time of this recording, I got 7 days left till university starts again. 7 days of free time. And in this time, I'm gonna do, like, my 7 Inktober drawings, of course. And, if possible, 7 colored Inktober drawings. Also, I need to do some writing. I need to finish some writing job. And also, I need to do a comic thing. Like, some NeverForest thing will exist by
Hell
the
yeah.
time you hear this. Or not.
It
Maybe
will.
a day later.
Or I
Or
will
2.
bully you.
I mean, I will do it. I already have some script written for NeverForest. Maybe it's also just maybe it's just a tweak, but we'll see.
Nice.
Graf?
I don't really have a weekly goal apart from working on my film, I guess.
Yeah. That's
So,
a big project.
doing layout designs and streaming. Oh yeah, I stream now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there today. It was
Twitch.tv
pretty fun.
slash
Art of
what?
I
Graf.
was there for a minute.
Art of Graf.
You were.
You can catch him drawing there, and sometimes we join a talk, and yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna share
happening.
some phases of the production of my grad film. So for now, it's just gonna be concept paintings, and then it's gonna be animation process and stuff like that. Yeah, so look forward to that if you're into that.
I will, for sure.
Thanks.
My weekly goals are Inktober.
Hell yeah.
That's
High
enough.
five.
And I literally just messed up my Inktober post with no hashtags, and I have to delete it.
Oh,
and
no.
post it again.
Dude, I did the same thing like 2 hours ago.
Yeah. Oh well.
I messed
Guys,
mine up.
it's-
I put day 5 instead of day 6. like an
no.
idiot.
Oh, no.
So I just kept
You
it
could-
up because I don't give a fuck.
Wait, what am I calling this drawing? Oh no! I don't have a name. Oh no!
Oh no.
I never have a name for a drawing. Guys, I think it's been a blast. Can we wrap it up soon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ish.
I'm ready to say goodbye.
Yeah.
It's time.
Okay. Thanks for listening.
See you, lovelies.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening a lot.
Remember to
Do you guys really like dinosaurs as much as I do?
comment.
I hope
Leave a
so.
comment with your favorite dinosaur, please.
My favorite dinosaur is the dinosaur plushie I gave Tori in chapter 1. It's the cutest.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Which makes raw.
Oh god.
So yeah.
Dinosaurs are cool. And draw dinosaurs. And if you don't like dinosaurs, why have you listened to this whole podcast? It's crazy.
I hope we change your mind about dinosaurs. And by we, I mean NeverPaint.
Change your mind.
So yeah, follow the Twitter at sketch_cast. Like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, you know. Hashtag sketchwithus. Send us dinosaur drawings. Yeah.
And much more importantly, follow me on Twitter at TardyArt
Follow
and on
all of
Instagram
us.
at
All the links in the description.
lemon_tart. All of the socials in the description. You won't regret it. We post great stuff.
Twitter.com/NeverPaint. Instagram.com/NeverPaintArts.
Coffee.com/Seika
Patreon.com/NeverPaint.
Patreon.com/website.
Patreon.com/Patreon.
Soundcloud.com/SoundCloud.
Sloundcloud.
Sloundcloud.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Okay, bye. I think it's the same lines, but bye.
Follow
Follow all of
Asha the
Asha's
Sword.
links, please.
moi.
Bye.